How about that? How about that? How about that? Everything we talk about, ill intent, violence, physicality, execution, the will to win. Just win, baby.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
What's up, nation? Ralf in the building, and welcome to another episode of Straight Outta Nation. No Chargers, no Chiefs, no Broncos, just Raiders, baby. My name is Rafael Chassin, as known as Capitán Rafucho, Ralf in the building. And right now, let's just have like a little bit of moment, because after the week number one, we just have like, I don't know, an after party hangover. But you know what? This is a football season, and it's hard to be a Raiders fan. It is really hard. All right, now, let's continue the vibe, and let's just continue with the legacy of Al Davis. Just win, baby, with ill intent, physicality, execution, the will to win. So welcome. And don't forget about to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Capitán Rafucho. Just click on the subscribe button. It costs you free to be a ninja. And you can follow me on every social media like Twitter, Instagram, Rumble, TikTok. I'm on everywhere. Every app where I go. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And I just wanted to tell you about this one. Sorry about for like the technical issues that I just got on my computer, because I don't know why my computer sounds like very obnoxious. They have so many errors, they have so many mistakes right now, but probably I just fixed it out, because I don't know why the hell is going to happen to my computer. So probably I just feel like this is a holy nightmare. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's continue the show. So no errors, no everything. Hey, how's it going, real man? Our Raiders. What's up, Raffle? How's it going? My brother, real man Raiders, because I remember the first time that I was doing the show with him, and the football season is upon us, but I cannot wait with the fight for the destiny. Yes. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's just talk about for like the review between Raiders versus Chargers the first week. So the topic is, what went wrong between Raiders versus Chargers? Now you might see between Gardner Minshew and Antonio Pierce, but it's a brand new offense for Minshew. But for Luke Getsy, I mean, it was completely horrible. Horrible, ladies and gentlemen. And I cannot, what are going to expect it about for this one? I mean, look at this one. This whole new thing for the offense for Minshew, it was just like, look gets his first game with those brutal pass rushes to the face with again so many new pieces. I mean, for the Raiders offense, it won't need it won't be like war beaters but about the season, but the defense show up. They also could be. They had just to be clean up the turnovers, force them on defensive. They will handle it around for the more games that you ever expect. Because it's very unfortunate we just had like after the game. But their fans are bitching out for Herbert. They didn't have a lot of yards, but he was injured for the last month and he was missed like 3 weeks. But the problem is about for the quarterbacks, about for Gardner Minshew, Eden O'Connor, but is a vicious defense battle. But what was going wrong? Another thing for the quarterback situation. Bad fumble while driving. I mean, there was like bad throw behind the line, and they had no balls go for the 4-1 in the best position to do it. But people that just calling for AOC, it must be watching a different game. I mean, our defensive line is not blocking it well. If you got Aiden O'Connor as a starter, they won't get eaten alive. They will get it alive. But perhaps in between for the Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby, and shout out to Alexander Madison, he put like the right decision for the running backs. But he just woke up and chose violence. But I'm not very sure if this is gonna be like at a bad spot. But trust me, it's not gonna really working it out. But it's looking very good. Probably. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's the week number one. There's a lot of mistakes. But for Gardner Minshew, I mean, he's 11-15 with a touchdown. The fumble was very idiotic, but he just wiped it away to just play like, especially behind like an offensive line that looks like shit, that it can't establish to run. But that punt was a terrible offense. I mean, like really bad, but the chemistry is not like very altering. Not very altering. I mean, they cannot fall for having these like shoelace grab, but they have no idea how to make it for the defense. It's such a like a low bar to clear, like because we probably should have won the game. Somehow they just leave off 10 feet. But it just seemed like Gardner Minshew has no power behind the throws. I mean, every single pass, it just seemed like very slowly. Aiden, on the other hand, was out behind for the throws. And he has the bigger balls with the yards he was willing to attempt. Everything on this game was just weak throws, short games, no yardage, turnovers. It's almost animated at the last season, and of course, he just played great for the offense. I mean, the defense played great, but the offense is just like completely shit. I mean, I cannot understand that about it. It coming after when the man should have just made like the horrible back row stole because they just wanted to put this into the darts. I can't even tell about throwing like the OC play calling, but between for the game, Chargers versus Raiders, I mean, the defense of the Chargers was really good, especially for the run, especially if they're at least average the answer the pass, because this is not like Brandon Staley with that bullshit shame. You hold up with the Devontae Adams to 58 yards, that is always. And the Raiders had 17-1. Seems like at a battle, but there's got to be a lot of tough defense about size. Pray about size. And I was really shocked. But between for Brock Bowers, I mean, he just very looked good. That was like a hard 4 game. And I was really surprised about for that level of Max Crosby play against Joey Alt, they should be no. They should be no. I mean, was it gonna be a safe to the press with the first question to say, why did it not go for the 4th and 1? Why did it? That was very stupid. Because I know that he has some faith in his defense, but he needs to realize that we're tired and they need some help. They need a lot of help. They gotta get better, get better. That's what I'm gonna say it, but it's not gonna be like very quick at all. It's not gonna happen. But they had to realize that one by little is gonna have to work a lot. I know there are sometimes it can be like very aggressive, but the conservative play calling, that was like the biggest stupid decision that I just really happened. It just really happened. That was so stupid. Because if any kind of hold, because they wanted to compare to the 4th and 1, it wasn't that the correct call. Can't play the pass for anything that better. I mean, it doesn't matter how the defense is going to have on the field, because in the reception offense, I mean, they need to gel up, to be fair. But for the defense, I mean, our defense is very good. But for ours, for the offense, they need to really gel out. Gel up. I mean, pause. But between for Samir White, I mean, what can I tell about it? They have no vision at all. I mean, Alexander Madison was pretty great. But Samir White with his visions, I mean, once again, they just wanted to scramble it down. They just wanted to scramble it down. And I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. How Samir White vision is a potential red flag. It seems that very interfied with Trent Richardson. I mean, that's really horrible. Really horrible. I mean, it could be. It could be. Because if the people, they just wanted to let him choose for the last regime for whatever reason, because they don't want to pay Jacobs, and they had success last year after the switch to Samir White. But the only problem was the best work was the last year was in the powers run. But then notice, because Samir White doesn't see daylight. That's why this vision doesn't have very good at all. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Because notice it at the beginning, because they have good vision ability to cut. He points out like Josh Jacobs, but a White Sun offensive is personally predicated like an all-line being in a complete lockstep with a variety of pulls and shifts. That stands out for near that because it depends for the patchwork, missing vital components, and completely off kilter. But I really thought that they're gonna be like the next big thing, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, Love is thought with a good fit, and it was hype with the members of the staff. Is it too early? But he was listed at the 4th spot on the depth chart. But I had to believe that he got shot with a foot of completion, nothing to a fumble at the preseason games. But it was like the panic button for Luke Getsy, because they just bail off for the last second. I don't think we have much choice at that point, because it won't be like what are those issues when Getsy before hiring, what kind of wrong scheme do you want it to use? And how would they get a fit their current plays? That happened a few years ago. It really happened a lot of few. But for another thing that, the Samir White has been like a North-South runner. But unfortunately, they just wanted to see like a zone block scheme, whatever the running back just make a cut. Samir White, it doesn't adapt. It doesn't. He needs to adapt like very sooner or later, or else it's gonna be cut. But look, Madison is more ready to run for the team, including Dino Love. But that shouldn't surprise anyone. That shouldn't. Because people think that a match should be good on power, but people realize they should resign. They should resign for the wrong team just for Samir White. Just for him. But I will tell you for this one, it's not a good fit enough. Not good fit enough. Because the only problem is the vision. It's the vision. And it really stands up just before the season. Whatever goes to start, they got handled it very bad on run blocking. In run blocking. So why are people that just wanted to make for Josh Jacobs? I mean, there's ability to make something out of the top tier. I don't know. I don't know what's happened, but they just wanted to say that he's a talented kid, super hard worker, excellent teammate, but is it going too far right now? Is it going to fit that system? I don't think so. I don't really think so at all. Because the vision of Samir White, it looks horrible. Look horrible because I know what it really feels. I know that really feels that we didn't have a chance. We didn't have a chance to prove himself on behalf of the defense. We didn't. And we just kind of like very screwed it up. And then we just have like, this is not going to be good enough. Not going to be good enough. So we had to adapt. Just like it a lot of more, to be fair enough. Just we need to adapt a lot of more. And then we just kind of like figured it out what's going to happen to the next day. So that's one of my takes in between for the Raiders versus Chargers. I mean, the running block, I mean, that was very great. But I think that over the last live streams that I just talking about, like, look, Getsy, you better not put a tight end over Khalil Mack. But did it work? Yes. But they need a lot of more adjustments to make it clear. They need a lot of more. I mean, that should be happening. Hey, how's it going, Robert Pena? Salute to you, one of my loyal followers on my YouTube channel. Also, Tales by Diesel. Diesel gonna love you, Capitán. Much love, Diesel. Much love to Straight Outta Nation. And yes, I'm gonna tell you, when I remember this guy like Diesel with his evil laugh, I mean, it's so great right now. So, and there is one more thing. We ready. We ready. We ready for y'all. Yep. That should be like the war cry for any time we just played for the Raiders. Yes. That should be know about this. All right. So right now, after that, I was talking about for the review between Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Chargers. And also, you just play very fair Chargers. But let's not forget that the last game we just kind of like, because we had to wait until like, I don't know, some like few months, few weeks. But anyways, it's just like they just wanted to make it sure that we are ready for the battle. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. So let's just continue with this motherfucker, all right? So right now, we got the next game right now. It is Las Vegas Raiders versus Baltimore Ravens. So there are some keys to the game between Raiders versus Ravens. And I know we had the biggest concerns, but we just wanted to know about like first the concerns, and then we just wanted to talk about like anything. All right, so check this out. All right, between for the Ravens, but I'm not kidding about that, folks, because this rushing attack for the Baltimore, along with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, I mean, they just wanted to represent about for like speed and power. And we just wanted to take an advantage. And look at the defensive line for the Ravens. The unit really struggling about for the opening week against for the Kansas City Chiefs because they just wanted to surround 4 sacks, insisting quarterback pressures when it comes to running lanes. I mean, look at the edge rushers of the Ravens. They're not very good as Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. The entire defensive line for the Baltimore, I mean, they have one of the best in football. Not only about Duke, Michael Pierce, it'll be like really tough test for Andre James and the interior for the Raiders offensive line. It had to. But for the quarterback, I mean, Gardner Minshew has been never a competent quarterback when it comes to under pressure. So it's going to be like really critical that the Raiders offensive lines give like some to throw to the time for it will look gutsy. And I just wanted to tell you, if they want to run about for the functional reels and they have a chance to snack a win of the row, that should be really interesting. But if they're gonna run in the game, keep going, the answer is yes. Despite for all that hype during for the up season, they just fell flat on the week 1 for the running backs. Because you know why? Between Alexander Madison, who posed like 62 scrimmage yards and a receiving touchdown, on the other, Samuel White, which he has sucked for this mission, has to struggle to find any room, any running room, with the emphasis in 3.4 yards per carry. Establishing the run is one of those keys to the victory against the Baltimore Ravens. They got to chew in the clock, draining the Ravens defense, and they wanted to pushing Jackson off the field will be all the benefits with the effective game for White and Madison on Sunday. But check this out. The edge rusher position is extremely very, very, very thin. It's thin. Because with Coons out and Wilson likely out on Sunday, Janoris Robinson and Charleston and then will look to feel like the boys. Because both had sell in the preseason, but there remains to have to want to contribute with a solid production of the regular season game. Because I know that Max Crosby will have to play for the best majority. Because all the defensive backs on Sunday, they had to stay very competitive. Very competitive, ladies and gentlemen. Very competitive. And I'm not kidding about that, folks. I'm not kidding. Because I know it's not going to be like really, really easy at all. We just lost against Los Angeles Chargers. And look, Baltimore. Look, Baltimore. They just lost against Kansas City Chiefs. Almost close on Thursday night. And I really cheered about for this game. And I was pretty close that was like very important at all. I was completely out of the control to see the running game between the Baltimore Ravens versus Kansas City Chiefs. They know everything about for the scheme to push away Patrick Mahomes. But did the referees get the job? Just a reminder that, folks, because the referees, they know Because when you just play, the referees are definitely fucking blind. Because the referees only care about for the Chiefs. All about for the Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers, Dallas Cowboys, and no for us. I mean, the referees, it must be like very neutral. Not to be a pet for that team. I mean, I'm so sick of those referees dick sucking for one team. The referees needs to be neutral, not dick sucking and give it like the offer for the money. That's completely bullshit. That's completely bullshit. And for the injury report, check this out right now. Because I know they had their practice report because it was updated between for Wednesday, Thursday. And check this out. Brock Bowers, they have the full practice on Thursday. Also, Devon Diallo, Tommy Etchenberg, Andre James, Colton Miller, they have a full practice. What does guy limited? It's Jackson Powers Johnson. It's JPG, who had limited practice report. It is going to be very questionable about for the game against Baltimore Ravens. Sounds like a pair tag thing. So because against Baltimore Ravens, that should be great. That should be great. We had to establish the run, especially for the running backs. And another quarterback, Gardner Minshew, I mean, he doesn't have like the perfect arm technique, but guess what? I know that's something that I was not going to be easy at all to beat Lamar Jackson. I mean, remember about like, let's take back for the 2000. Remember when the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens got bigger defense, quarterback, wide receiver. Remember about for like Oakland Ravens, they just had Charles Woodson. And also for the Baltimore Ravens, they just got Shannon Sharp, Tony Siragusa, Ray Lewis. Yes, Ray Lewis. But that was like the 2000 because the defense for both teams in the 2000, that was perfection. That was too much violent. If you grow up in the 2000, you got very, very lucky to see all of this. You got very lucky. But during for that time, I mean, if anything could happen on that game between Deal Love, Lures know how the running game could use like a spark. I'm not very sure that it can beat. So I just wanted to see like really great chance to Dylan Love. Exactly. But it doesn't have like pretty much defense. I just wanted to get involved. And I know that's going to be like changing around here. But this is a game like an experience. But about for the style of play of Gardner Minshew, extending plays and whatnot, I mean, but when it comes to like tremendous upside, I don't think it's gonna be like a more the decision because they have so many coordinators over for the last few years. But I'm not suggesting that we should have moved for like hard degree or Josh my dumb nuts, which is dumb fuck. But I really hope that if look at C system could be really work for Minshew on the short term and keep get you around wild. If we need a call like O'Connor for the next few weeks because of an injury in the near future, or even because Minshew contract this in 2 years, but there will be more hope to adapt the system They're ready to execute at the level. But I'll tell you, this is gonna be really, really tough. And I know it's gonna be like very quick for like in seconds. No, because if you build a team, you need to learn to adapt. You had to, because if you're ready to adapt and get ready for war, then you're ready. But if your team looks tired, if your team doesn't like look very perfect, then what the hell are you doing? Because the lack of experience, the lack of speed, and of course, they looked really tired is because they work hard. I mean, the execution, all for this, I mean, that shit really happens. That shit really happens to all. That really happens to all. But personally, I can see like how the people in this to me, how splitting about for the first team while they're learning a new system is very negative for both quarterbacks. I mean, for Luke Getzi has basically his whole career. It should be like really easy to learn about for the offensive from scratch. They just wanted to give like the quarterbacks more time to learn, and they just wanted to really to absorb Getzi offense without the pressure to having on it on the fly as a starter. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like a lot easier, but it takes time to adapt. It's not gonna be a high risk, but they need to adapt. Period. Period. There you go. Yep. Robert Pena, you just got it. Yep. And after that, I was talking about for the preview between Las Vegas Raiders versus Baltimore Ravens. And I know that I have like a one content creator which is a Baltimore Ravens fan. So should I trash talk about for the Baltimore Ravens? Or should I go like very, very calm friendly? Because the last time, I mean, I was trash talking about for like Los Angeles Chargers, and I just see like a lot of persons on social media that just wanted to like, well, they just wanted to take jokes and everything. Robert Pena say, good take, Raphael. Hey, how's it going? My brother for Down Under, Afakasi Raider. There you go. Part of the gangs of the Raiders War Order. Yep. Also, Afakasi Raider to say, listen on your drive. Don't trash talk. Just give your takes, man. All right? I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. But check this out. Check this out. I know that I have one friend as a content creator because I got a friend who's just like a Baltimore Ravens fan. But guess what? I just wanted to tell you about for the scheme for the offense. If they want something very productive, you need it now. You just need it now. Gardner Minshew, wake the fuck up, get your ass in here, and just work. Work on your arm technique. Work on your speed. Just work on those areas that you became worst. Just work on the areas that you play worst against Los Angeles Chargers. For the loving God. I mean, the whole defense, it just worked very great. But they need to adapt about for that scheme of the offense line. Because the offensive line, it looked like shit. And they need how to establish a game plan. So I'm not kidding about that, folks. I'm not kidding. Because we have a brave mentality to use the intelligence. We're not that stupid anymore. because I know the Baltimore Ravens, they just lost against Kansas City Chiefs. It's not going to be easy at all. But if we need to change the rhythm, because the last time we just saw like playing very slowly, very conservative. No, not like this, yo. If we want to play aggressive, do it. Do it now. Just fucking do it. Because right now, it just wanted to see like very aggressive. Just put pedal on the gas. Put pedal on the gas in the quarterback. And I just wanted to tell it about for Samir White. And listen very well. I know your vision sucks, but I guarantee that if you want to see the film study, that you had to learn something. I know you came from Georgia Bulldogs, but the mentality is what you get. You had to prove to be the best, Samir White. Just do it for now. Because I know that Samir White, it became like the worst of all nights. But don't let on those positions. Don't let on the game plan, just like, because if they're gonna use like 5-4-4 against you, you're totally screwed. You're totally screwed at all. I mean, you had to establish and adapt a lot of more. Because if you wanted to change the rhythm, you got to pull up the trigger. Pause. Because if they look so much better in the preseason, because this is not the vanilla defense. This is not the vanilla. There's a good chance to prove themselves. There is a good chance to get light up the scoreboard and shut it down to haters. There is a good chance. We can do this about this one. It will be like an easier time to adapt a new system. If they want to give like a fast start, then go ahead. Go ahead. But it's not going to be easy at all. Sorry. It's not going to be easy at all. It takes so much time to adapt. I know that Tyree Wilson is adapting, but how many cost? How many cost, ladies and gentlemen? How many cost? Because this is nothing normal about it. I know that Tyree Wilson is a bust, but I know the linebacker unit, it has to establish a lot. It had to. It had to. So put on straight and then go for it. And the only reason that I just wanted to talk about like Luke Getsy, if you doesn't allow the tight end against Khalil Mack, please do not use two tight ends against Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is a real threat to the defense. It's a real threat. But I'm telling you, is a real threat to everyone who gets in the ball for this. If we got our salvation, as it is, Brock Bowers. I know that Brock Bowers will eat Mark Andrews alive. I know it's gonna be like really easy, but between for the scheme and the change of rhythm, you can never miss with him. Never in the whole life. Because this is not what takes it a long time for the battle for the tight end. I'm telling you, isn't just like the typical tight end. Is a weapon of mass reception. Because they have the mature potential to be anything. If we want to prove about this one, they just wanted to stop the run of the Ravens offense. If they're gonna bring the extra safety and stop the tight ends, I mean, they're gonna play in so good, so good, because this is not like being more traditional. But I'm very surprised when it comes to like a monster defense around for the tight end. And I know that that was like the heartbeat of the offense for the 3 years. And he took 2 national championships on college football. He's just not like a tight end. It's just like a Swiss Army knife. He just wanted to take it all. So I want to tell it for this one. Number one. So that's going to be like a quick takes around for the game between Raiders versus Ravens. Number one, we had to stop Lamar Jackson. Number two, Mark Andrews. Meet your new tight end, Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers will eat Mark Andrews alive in production. Because I'm telling you, is a weapon of mass destruction. He could eat your life. And number three, this is the most important. Look, Getsy. Pay attention. Just pay attention. We need to establish the running line, the linebacker unit to get more powerful. I know we play more conservative than over for the last few seasons, but if you want to play aggressive, we want to play aggressive. Playing aggressive. And then you can pull a trigger on it. And I just feel like, what are those motivational coaches right now? So this is going to be like my 3 takes about for the Raiders versus Ravens. So, and I hope that I'm not going to trash talk. Well, because I know there are some persons of the Baltimore Ravens. This is kind of like pretty much of the fan base right now. But I'm going to say like my trash talk between for the rivals. Pittsburgh Steelers, Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs. Yep. That should be enough of this. but honestly, right now, I mean, that should be really noticed. All right, so the last topic that I just wanted to talk about it. I mean, and I'm truly apologize for the technical issues that I just got over the last stream talking about formation martial arts, boxing, is because my computer, it's not working very well. Not working very good. So I just wanted to know that what the fuck is happening with my computer. I mean, it doesn't really make sense at all. James Fripp would say, fuck the Ravens, fuck your team, Raider Nation for life. There you go, sir. Read it louder. But I know the last topic, it will be like something that you might know about this. Because the last time I was invited for the show Black Team Broadcast, along with Mike, Big Corey, and a name called Trey. Yeah, we're just talking about like the Raiders and some kind of like shit like that. But yeah, we're just talking about like the offensive line, all things for our Raiders. And you know that the Big Corey just saying me, we got a celebrity in the building. And he was talking about me. I mean, that's a great accomplish. That's a great accomplish, to be honest, right now. Because everywhere I go, in every live stream, when you're talking about for the Raiders, I mean, there's nothing can stop. There's nothing can stop. But the only thing is, I know that sometimes I could be like lack of experience. I know that some content creators are very different. I know that some content creators are better than me. because they just have like great sense of humor, because they know how to get viral on every social media. I was trying to get viral, but in the wrong decisions, because I was viral of, well, dancing or proving my football skills, and they just wanted to see me like, I don't know, some good comments, bad comments. I mean, it is what it is. But the truth is, I mean, I don't see like if people, they just want to see my content around for my YouTube channel. I mean, this is gonna be like a jump start, because I been know that I will start doing content creator since August of 2021. And I know it's not very easy at all, but I just engage like interaction for all these viewers, all the subscribers. I mean, that's all. That's really all about it. And I will tell you for this one. I mean, it's nothing really easy at all. Nothing really easy. Because I know that as a journalist, freelance journalist, content creator, because I got a job, I got a life to do, but in somehow, in some live streams, I just let that, my whole emotions became for the live stream. And you know what? There was one person that just told me that if you let all these emotions at a live stream, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. So, what would happen about that one? I mean, people didn't want to see my content is because of, oh, Rafael is wearing glasses so he can read all the articles. Look, fellas, I wear glasses because I have a vision problems. It's not like Samir White vision problems, because I know that I have a vision problems, but I got like myopia. So my biggest thing, because I just want to wear glasses, it's not because I'm cold. It's just because I just wanted to like get involved to read very good. It's not that, oh, Rafael is reading articles. What a cheater. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Because when I just read an article before before I get involved to a live stream, I mean, it's completely different. And I know that I had to do it with my own words, my own fucking words. Where Rafu said it, Rafu spit it. Just like spitting a bar, spitting a freestyle. Where Rafu say that is because Rafu wrote it. Rafu say it. Rafu say it. Rafu spit it like a freestyle rapper. Am I wrong about this, guys? No, no. And I know that some persons, they just love me, but I feel like there's another persons, there's some persons who really hate me for what I am. Because you know what? I'm not a loser. I'm not. I'm just completely different. And I know that some persons, they just wanted to make fun of me. They just wanted to push me down the stairs. They just wanted to humiliate it. They just wanted to use me for views, for everything. And listen, those things around for the internet. I know it's the fucking internet, but I know how to be tough. And I know how to deal about for this thing, because I know about this. I know when everything just roasted at me, I accept it as a joke. But if it come very personal, I mean, it's over. It's really over. But I understand that some persons, they don't want to see me as everything, because I know what I belong to. This is my niche, because I know that I focus not only providing greatest content, but also not providing mission martial arts, wrestling, football between NFL and college football, also soccer, basketball, baseball. I'm all for sports, entertainment, and culture. And I'm providing Spanish play-by-plays. So last time I was doing like a Spanish play-by-play between Raiders versus Chargers, I didn't feel so good. It's not because I'm just like, oh man, this is gonna be suck. But the only thing is I was really sick because I know that I got like the flu, but right now I'm just feeling anything better. Feeling anything better, and yeah, I'm just feeling anything better. Break over letter Raiders. Yes, have a good one, James Purple. Have a good one. But I know that I really understand what I'm belonged for. And I know that some persons that really, really support me since day one. Since day one. And some persons, I don't have issues with it because if you want to say like really something, because if you want to talk shit about me, come to say it. Let's have a conversation face to face because I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I have no scare at all because I was a former Karate Do champion when I was a kid. And then it should never stop. I know that I just made some mistakes. I understand as a human being, but it doesn't really stop for what I'm doing. It doesn't really stop. It doesn't. Because right now, I know there's some persons that really hate me, some persons that love me. But you know what? For all those persons who doubt about me, for all those haters, I just tell you one thing. Look into my face and look into my middle finger. Fuck the haters. Look at it. Look at all it. Look to the middle finger. Just like that. So, what can I tell about this one? You can never stop me. You can never stop me. For real. Now, I just wanted to tell you, thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Straight Outta Nation, reviewing the Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Chargers and previewing the week number 2 between Las Vegas Raiders versus Baltimore Ravens. And for this, well, I should be happy of this one, but for this Sunday at 1 p.m., I provide the blind play-by-play in Spanish if I got like more to do. Because, well, if you want to watch the Spanish play-by-play, do it. If you know, you just go to this one. But I have no problems. I have no beef. I have no issues with some content creators because I know there are some content creators that I truly respect and they give me like the influence, the importance of everything. Everything, ladies and gentlemen. Everything. So right now, let's just want to have so much fun. And thank you very much for having us on this episode of Straight Outta Nation. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Capitán Rafucho on YouTube. It costs you free. Just click the button, subscribe. Don't be a ninja lurking. Just do it at the bottom and subscribe. It costs you free. It didn't cost you $1. It costs you free. Also, you can follow me on every social media, Twitter, Instagram, Rumble, everywhere that I go. And don't forget to ring the notifications. Ring the bell for notifications if you miss the live stream that I just got. And once again, I apologize because I know that I had technical issues because right now I know the computer is not working good. but let's keep the shit started. Let's just keep doing it. So right now, I just wanted to tell you, have a good night, have a good weekend, and I got a one message for the Baltimore Ravens. Fuck Lamar Jackson. I know the defense are very good, but who's gonna stop us? Because we're not like us, just like Andy Lamar's son. We're not like us. Fuck you, Baltimore. Have a good night. Let's go Raiders. Peace out. I'm out of here. Oh,